What's going on, guys? It's your friend, coach, and mentor, Scotty Hobbs. We have one more day here in Maui before we fly back to Salt Lake City, and then Gabby and I are going directly over to New Orleans for Team Beachbody Coach Summit with over 25,000 other coaches. So welcome to my gym. Just got done doing my morning workout. It's 10 o'clock here Maui time. Logged into Beachbody On Demand, did Joel's hit and lift, and then I did a little bit of extra physical therapy workouts. So I titled this video The Silent Killer, and guys, a little humor for you. I'm not talking about a Shakeology fart. There, I said it. That is not the silent killer that I'm talking about with you guys today. Guys, this is something I believe is stuck in America. I don't mean just America. I mean Canada, the UK, everybody across the world. And I know it was hitting me very hard just a few years ago. And I want to talk about that. And I was actually being hit by both of these things that I'm going to talk about the silent killer, and also about kind of feeling undervalued in many ways. I want to talk to you guys about that because I think a lot of times there's some of you guys that are new friends and family that don't understand our story and how this whole journey began. You see us living this lifestyle in Maui, here, like snorkeling with turtles, jumping into waterfalls and all kinds of fun stuff like that. After seeing us work hard, like I'm up every day at 4 o'clock a.m. doing my workout, working with our challenge groups, working with our coaches, and building this business, right? But it wasn't always like that. I was working 12-hour days and taking on the responsibility of the work of 3 other people, guys. This was just 6-7 years ago. At my job, I did not just do my job. I was the guy that went above and beyond and did other jobs within the company, and I was doing about the work of 3 people, and I was doing more than expected. And what usually happens, and what was happening with me, is that I was getting a bigger workload. I kept continuing to get more and more work piled onto me, and more was beginning to be expected of me. So how many of you guys can relate to that? I know many of you guys can, and that was me. And if that's you, you should stay on this video because I have a very important message for you guys. Guys, this is what happens when you're a hard worker. When you're the go-getter at your job like I am. And I don't want to take anything for granted, and I'm very blessed to have had a great job and great career prior to Beachbody, and I was grateful for the job that I had that supported my family. But guys, I knew there was something out there that was bigger for me, and I had these moments where I would sit there at work, or I would sit there at night and lay in bed and just be there, or sitting in my cubicle, and I would just be like, is this really the work that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really supposed to be here for the next 40 years, sitting in a cubicle like this? Am I supposed to work this many hours every single week without being passionate or having passion behind my work? Guys, then I would tell myself, I would tell myself this story. Many of you guys are doing this. I have good insurance. I have a good 401k plan. This is a good company. And mine was, right? But is this really for me? Guys, have any of you guys been there before? Like, I was the kind of guy that I would work as hard as I needed to be able to provide for my family. And I know if you guys are following me, you are that type of person because your vibe attracts your tribe and attracts the people that are like you. So I think this is important for you guys. Like, I was willing to work as hard and do whatever it took for my family, but working that much, guys, can burn you out. And we're going to talk about this and call this as being burned out. And I know that there's so many people out there, you included, that feel burnt out like I was just 6 years ago. And you're looking for a solution. You're like, there's got to be something else for this. And guys, what I want you guys to understand about being burned out at work, because that's what I was, because I was taking on the job of 3 people. I was overworked, underappreciated, underpaid. There's something far worse than being burned out, and this is a message to everybody out there because I believe many of us face this, and it's called, I heard someone call it, it's a rust out. It's far more scary and deadly than getting burned out at your job and at your work. Burning out can wear you down your body physically. Make sure it's so bright out here, I gotta make sure you guys can still see me. Being burned out can wipe you out completely physically. It can wear your body down and wear your spirit down a little bit, but what really wears down your spirit is being rusting out. And what that can do is it can wipe out your soul and your spirit. And there's this author named Richard Leiter and Stephen, and they shared this quote that I read in a book one time, and it said, "Rust out is a slow death that follows when we stop making the choices that keep us alive, that keep life alive. It's the feeling of numbness that comes from always taking the safe way, never accepting new challenges, continuously surrendering to day-to-day routines. And rust out means that you're no longer growing, but at the best, you're simply maintaining your life. And it implies that we have traded our sensation for life, our sensation to enjoy and experience life at the level that we're supposed to, for the security of a paycheck. And that rust out is the opposite of a burnout, because a burnout is overdoing, it's working too much. Rust out is under being. It's not living up to your potential and using the gifts and the talents that God gave to each and every one of you guys. And I believe that God gave each of us talents and abilities, and that we're all so unique, every single one of us. And I'm looking for people that are not just feeling burnt out, but feeling rust out. Like you're in a place where you're not able to grow, you haven't been able to explore and expand your gifts. I'm looking for people that are like me. 6 years ago, people that are self-driven. Like, I don't like to beg people to do things. I don't like to, like, if I'm building a business and a team, I don't want to have to beg somebody to come to a training. I don't want to have to beg somebody to go help somebody else get healthy and fit. I don't want to have to beg somebody to make sure that they're growing themselves and reading good books. I don't want to have to beg somebody to go do their workout. I'm looking for self-driven, hardworking people, and I have a vision, a very clear vision of continuing to create and build a team of hardworking individuals who want to continue growing as people, that want to work hard towards a common purpose and be surrounded by positive, like-minded people and be in the best frickin' shape of their lives. I also want people who want to be recognized properly for their hard work and their hard work ethic and their hard work drive and the actions that they do. I want people who want to feel alive and full of purpose for the rest of their entire lives. Guys, and if this describes you in any single way, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to send me an email. I want you to send me a message and say, I'm that person. I'm burnt out, I'm rusted out, and I want purpose. I want to use my gifts, talents, and my hard work ethic that I've developed over the past 30 years, and I want to apply that to something that of significance and something that matters. If that's you guys, reach out to me. I love you guys. We're going to create the best team and continue to create the best team in the US, Canada, and the UK, and we're going to impact millions of lives. I have no doubt about that. So if you're a part of the journey already, I love you guys, and I'm so appreciative of you. If you're not a part of the journey yet, guys, you can continue watching, or you can join, but I can tell you what, joining is so much more fun. I love you guys. Peace, and have an incredible day.